Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. Kaitlyn Bristowe and Jason Tartick addressed the breakup rumor, the rumor that their wedding's postponed, all the rumors flying around. They address it. They tell us right now on Off the Vine podcast what the deal is. We're going to play the full clip for you guys. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, post my stand-up show updates, and I just posted a brand new reel. There's a lot of swearing in it, so if you don't like that, just pass along. But if you want to laugh and have a smile, you can go over there, check that out. Patreon.com/Dave Neal for all the behind-the-scenes content. We're all live on Patreon right now. Say hi, Patreon. Hey, Dave, how are you? Good to see everyone out there. Okay, so let's get into it. So I made this video. Bachelorette Kaitlyn Bristowe discusses the struggles to getting married, and I said wedding planning on hold. I didn't say postpone. I said, is it on hold? Are we not planning? Whatever. I didn't say is the wedding on hold, just wedding planning. And of course, she made this Instagram story. I don't think it was because of me, just saying, just so everyone knows, we didn't postpone our wedding. We never had a date. We wanted New Year's Eve. The venue we both loved told us it was available, and then 2 days later, they told us it wasn't. So there that is. Now she is setting the record straight on Grape Therapy, wedding plans, and The Bachelorette with Jason Tartick. So let's just listen to it. We'll pause it where we need to pause. If you go, Dave, why do you pause it so much? You can just listen to the full thing, all right? We're a recap channel, so just listen to the full thing. Oh, and also don't forget, today we are celebrating Miss Luke. Is that her name, Miss Luke? Let's see here. Our teacher of the day, Miss Luke, has her teacher wish list. She said, hey, Dave, shot in the dark. I'm a teacher in Dallas. And I said, I love my Texans out there. So yesterday we helped out Kansas. Today we're helping out Dallas. Go to the Instagram, go to the link to the Amazon list. There's a link in the description. Click on anything you want to purchase. It'll go right to her, right to the teachers. They got some fun things there. She got a nice cushion seats there and tiled floors and printers and things that they should just be provided. Ticonderoga pencils, number 2. Has anyone bought anything but a number 2 pencil? What does that even mean? You know, something, well, the lead count has to be, whatever. Can it, Trish? All right, let's listen to Kaitlyn and Jason.
What's wrong with my brain? Anyways, how many flights do you think we've been on this summer?
Wait, you can't start a podcast with an outrageous line like, let's get into breakup rumors, then leave the listeners hanging and not even talk about it.
Don't tell me how I can and can't start a podcast, okay?
There is no, okay, listeners, tell me,
called a teaser.
Tell me you weren't like, wait, what happened?
No, it's a teaser. We'll get into that later. Then you make the people listen. They have to go through all their stuff, and we talk about it.
What if we forgot?
All right, so they gave the teaser that they're going to discuss their wedding issue, and of course, these are just two very successful people that run their own businesses trying to do something that's not necessarily monetized. You know what I mean? Teresa in the comment section says they need a date, then it all falls into place. That is so 100% true. The hardest part so far of my wedding planning, which is getting the dang date. 58 days. Let's do it.
Talk about it.
No, let's go. Whatever. Tease away.
I mean, people always speculate if we're not together 24/7 or if the wedding isn't happening as fast as they think it should, because apparently it's not our timeline, it's theirs. And then media spins our words. And I heard Kristen Cavallari talking about this on a podcast too. She was like, I'm just not going to say anything anymore. I'm not going to do these magazines a favor. I'm not going to say anything because it gets twisted. And I was like, yeah, I really didn't say our wedding was postponed. I said we can't agree on a venue, which the one we did agree on was open. And then remember our wedding planner was like, I know this is crazy, but they called us back and said they made a horrible mistake and that the venue's booked.
Yeah. Okay. A few things. So first of all, that's the job of these media companies, right? They have to generate clicks.
True.
Clicks generate their revenue. So they have to take whatever they can do to drive clicks. That's one. Two, I haven't seen that interview and I haven't read anything on it, but Postponed is an outrageous comment because there was nothing booked.
I mean, you can't postpone something that wasn't booked in the first place.
Sure. We looked at New Year's Eve. It was booked. And the true reality of the whole situation for like a real update is that this is not Kaitlyn's fault. This is not Jason's fault.
It's both of our faults.
This is two people, I was just going to say that have just been super, super busy this summer, moving 100 miles an hour. And if we're both taking ownership, which I think we should, we have not made it a priority.
Which is so sad. And I agree with you.
And I think that's what, like, that. Those are things that we're working on. Like, we've talked at length about having better work-life balance, being home more, We talked about like maybe.
Yeah, and this is what it comes down to: work-life balance, right? She's the CEO of her own company. He sold a book. She was on, she tours with her podcast. I mean, they're heavy hitters. They are both just crushing it. But, you got to be careful you don't fly too close to the sun here. What's the point of not saying ruining a relationship, but if you don't water the relationship, then you're going to sit on top of the mountain alone. And as they say, it is cold and windy up there. The mountaintop isn't where you go to live. You go up there to appreciate the view, and then you come back down. Who are you going to come back down the mountain with? Are you guys going to have each other? Or are you both going to, get to the peaks of your own mountain and then go, oh, this is great. And then you just realize that you're all by yourself, and it's good for them to learn this and discover this. They're going to, we talk about my fiance and I, we've done a lot of work on ourselves because I used to have my fiance would come to my stand-up shows, and then I realized she wasn't getting quality time out of that. She was just coming to my work, and then then we would do things for her, and it wasn't good for me. And we've had to really carve out what makes us both happy. What is it? And it's going on hikes, it's playing tennis, it's doing things that are outside of work. And part of that, we call it DFT. Is device-free time. So and this is what happens in any relationship, you see your partner on their phone, you just get mad at them, but it's you're on your phone too. So we just, and rather than just getting mad, we say, hey, can we do some device-free time? Because what we don't realize is you might be on the couch on your phone, but that doesn't mean you're watching paleontologists uncover a new version of T-Rex on TikTok, You might be working or doing whatever. So the phones can be pleasure, but also work, and you have to communicate that to your partner. So the easiest way I found it, Jason and Kaitlyn, is just to establish device-free time. And Jason might say, hey, Kaitlyn, can we do some device-free time? And you might go, yeah, but I got to finish this first. Okay, do what you got to do. When you're finished with that, we're going to take our phones and we're just going to put I just threw them at the dog. We're going to take our phones. It's going to be in the other room, and we're going to be present in the moment. That's hard to do, folks.
Carving out weekends a month or two before where we can do stuff. We've talked about these are conversations of the last couple of weeks, by the way. Mm-hmm. We've talked about carving out a date night, one night a week that we're going to do a date night. And Kaitlyn's reaction. Reaction to that was, well, be honest. What was your? What's not
Don't
looking
make me
bad?
look bad.
Your reaction. I think I want to defend your reaction. Tell what your reaction was, and then I'm going to defend it to make you not look bad.
Well, because can I defend it too?
Yeah, we could both.
Because my immediate reaction was
you said. I said that sounds like a lot.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work.
Okay, I thought you said a lot. Just with your schedule, literally one date night a week is. I think that it was a true reaction, not to be rude or to be a jerk, but you're just you're thinking about your schedule. Right. You're like, wait, that is a lot.
That sounds like a lot,
right?
Because
and I'll just say this because people might go, oh, they don't sound like they're ready for a relationship. It's look, that part of the pleasures of being your own boss is that you have incredible amounts of financial windfall. You don't have equity. You have all this equity. You have all these things that make it very beneficial. But at the same time, you don't punch out at 5 p.m. and the day's over. It's an incredible amount of work. But like I said, you gotta find those times, or else you guys are both gonna burn the candle at both ends of the wick, and that's it's not gonna be good for anybody.
I was like, well, we're already so busy that scheduling in something else in a week, I'm like, I would like to sometimes, a date night could also just be just us laying on the couch. But the thing that we need to do if we're just sitting on the couch is not be on our phones and scrolling and working.
Device-free time!
All the stupid shit. We should actually put down our phones and be present with one another.
It's not easy.
100%.
Because even when we play cards or...
And look, first of all, don't get mad and don't feel guilty if this is what your relationships become. You've addressed the problem. Now understand, these things were designed by casino engineers, right? They've designed to keep your attention and keep you addicted. It's okay. Every once in a while, we have to remind our partner gently, have you had enough? Or did you get it all? Did you find the end of the internet? No, it's okay. If you're working, fine. We always said it would be good to have a little button on your phone that was red or green. And green is when you're just scrolling your phone for fun, and red is you're doing work. Just so your partner can know, are you busy right now, or did you get sucked into the hole and you got to get pulled out?
Mario Kart or have a date night, we're both on our phones, and have to respond to so many people or catch up on this. And it's, I don't know, I'm so sick of life flying by and then looking back on it saying, God, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing this? Why am I doing, and it's like, I have a reason for it because I love what I do. You love what you do. We love to work. It's things that I'm proud of, you're proud of. And so our relationship somehow gets put on the back burner, which is also a problem.
But I think this is like, this isn't like this earth shattering thing like no one can relate to. We haven't, especially this summer, probably honestly, a lot of 2022, right? Your tour, my book. I think this summer has been even crazier because of COVID. There's more personal and family obligations that are live because we're making up for missed time. There's more weddings that we have to be at because of missed time and rescheduling. And also with work stuff, the live aspect has increased drastically. 2022, we just haven't made and it's sad. Like I'm sad saying this, but we haven't made one another a priority. We've owned that. This isn't anything or anybody dragging their feet. This is just we haven't made a priority.
Yeah, we are. We're both dragging our feet.
Do you think it's dragging your feet or we just haven't stepped up and take it
that's dragging your feet?
Semantics.
I think it's ignoring it. It's compartmentalizing and moving in one.
It's called resistance, and it's like I said, you got to read the book The War of Art. It's resistance. You love it so much, you want your wedding to be so perfect that you haven't even picked out a wedding planner yet. You're stopped at the first step of the way. I totally get it.
Direction saying you got to hit the brakes.
Wait, what is your definition of dragging your feet?
When I think about dragging your feet, I'll give you an example. Dragging my feet. I went to the doctor the other day and the guy was like, we got to do blood work. And dragging my feet is, I know I have to do it, but I'm dreading it. I need to set up my own appointment to get the blood work. So I have to mentally prepare. I'm embarrassing. I know. It's you're dreading it. We're not dreading it. We just haven't made it the priority. Hi, Pino.
Dragging your feet is being reluctant.
And I don't think it's that. I think it's we haven't made it a priority. I think it's that life is we've prioritized other things this year, right?
That's wrong.
And that is got to rebalance. And I think we both have acknowledged that, right?
All right. So then they talk about some other aspects of the wedding planning and what steps they make to move forward. We'll just wrap this up. One more minute.
Yeah. Ramen's licking my toes.
So what should we commit to?
Well, I don't know. That's too much pressure to put on a podcast because then everyone's going to be holding me accountable and I can't handle that kind of pressure.
What should we commit to? Let's commit to something.
I mean, we've done little things when it comes to weddings, talked about what we don't want, what we do want.
But we know, we know we're going to work with a planner, but we haven't even engaged our planner. Right?
There it is. So they don't even know, they're so far off. Listen, I get it. You're so far off. You can't pick a wedding date. You got to get a planner. Oh, well, we have these different planner options. How do you even pick a planner? It's you need a wedding shaman to walk you through it. I totally understand. I am so glad my wedding's got a date and we've paid for it. I am so glad because I was the same place a year ago. We were engaged for 2 years during the pandemic. We were and the pandemic's over. Then we start going to this person's wedding, that person's wedding, this person's second wedding, that. And then all of a sudden we're geez, we're spending all this time and energy doing all these other things. We need to be selfish for the relationship. We need to water our garden. Hope you guys find the way to do that yourselves. Let me know what y'all think out there. I'm on Patreon if you want to join me over there for some private podcasting. Patreon.com/Dave Neal and Instagram for any stand-up comedy clips and show updates. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, everybody.